the more you sleep, the better high quality sleep you get, the easier time you're going to have mastering your weight. Two big reasons why, right? First one is when you don't get enough sleep, when you don't get enough quality sleep, what happens is you wake up tired, right? And so your body's looking for a quick burst of energy, and your body knows the quickest way to get a burst of energy is to eat some healthy food, right? Some sugar or some flour, and get that spike, of glucose, that spike of energy. And so when you don't sleep, it's kind of a double whammy effect of increased unhealthy cravings. And when you haven't got enough sleep, your mind's not working the same, right? Literally, you don't have access to the same executive functioning abilities as you do when you get a good night's sleep. And so the double whammy effect is that your body starts craving unhealthy foods, and you have less ability to stop those unhealthy cravings. So it's very difficult in a state of being sleep deprived to really consistently make healthy food choices. You're not able to think as clearly. You're not able to connect to the goal that's important to you. And so the whole process becomes a lot harder. So the more sleep you get, and we're going to talk about how to do that in a second, because when you sleep, it's important to recognize that sleeping is a skill. A lot of people have this idea that, well, I'm a good sleeper, I'm a bad sleeper. They think of sleeping like their height. They just are what they are. However, that is not true. You can absolutely impact your sleep and literally develop yourself as a better sleeper. And we'll talk about how to do that in a moment. But again, it gets to a deeper point, and I want to talk about that your weight loss journey, hopefully, is not just about weight loss. You're really missing the big picture if it is, because there's so many other things that you can improve and make better in your life, using kind of folding it in with the weight loss, that you want to achieve. So we don't want it to just about be a number on a scale or a size clothes. We want to make this about really becoming the person you want to be, a personal development journey, to living and becoming the person who you truly want to be. And part of that is weighing what you want to weigh, being as healthy as you want to be. But it's more than that. It's having the energy you want to have. It's being able to cultivate the relationships that matter to you, achieving the things you want to achieve that are important to you. And when you start making these the main focus of your journey here, the whole process changes. There's a lot more motivation that you kind of fold into it, and that makes it easier. And so in terms of sleep, this is the point, right? It affects everything. Everything that's important to you in your life is revolving around sleep to some degree, so the more focused and committed you get on becoming a better sleeper and getting the proper amount of sleep that you need, everything just automatically and naturally improves. Getting better at sleep is what we call a leveraged behavior. When you make a shift in your sleep quality and quantity, everything else just improves naturally. And that's what we're looking for, because we want to make this process as easy as possible, right? And so on the flip side, when you're getting enough sleep, again, it becomes easier to lose weight because that double whammy effect starts working in reverse, starts working for you, where when you get enough sleep, you feel energized naturally, and you are able to, the cravings for unhealthy foods go down then because you have enough energy. Your body's okay. And on top of that, you're able to think more clearly. It's easier to connect to your goals. It's easier to route the dopamine through what's called the dopamine control circuit, which basically just allows you to appreciate and connect to longer term goals rather than short term goals. And to put this in weight loss language, easier for you to realize, well, I'm not going to eat the cookie now because I want to become this person later, and that becomes a lot easier when you're getting the proper amount of sleep. So how do we get more sleep? Well, this is a whole thing. I mean, literally I have a whole program on this, but I'll give you some of the high points, because what I want you to take out of this is the realization and the belief that you truly can become a better sleeper. And this is coming from someone, I was a terrible sleeper for the first part of my life. I mean, bad. And it wasn't until I learned yoga, meditation, relaxation that I was able to become a very good sleeper. And I would say I'm a very good sleeper now. I fall asleep very, very quickly. I have a program called Sleep at Will, because that's what I'm able to do, literally go to sleep at will. Now, how I was able to do that? Primarily, above all else, because I don't do everything perfectly. I want to make that clear as well, that you don't ever have to do everything perfect to be good at it, you know? But the big things that got good were I was able to relax physically very deeply, and I was able to quiet my mind down. And doing these two things when you get into bed, when you want to go to sleep, to kind of bring yourself to sleeping. Because again, another thing you have to understand is you can't make yourself fall asleep. You have to kind of back yourself right up to like the edge of sleep and then just allow it to happen naturally. So I think that distinction is really important because you can't force yourself. And this is a key factor because a lot of times people wake up in the middle of the night and they're upset that they woke up and now they're trying to make themselves go back to sleep, which actually does the exact opposite because you start getting frustrated, you start getting mad, you start releasing adrenaline, and all that brings you away from falling asleep. So we want to be strategic. And when you want to fall asleep, whether that's when you first get into bed, or do you know, do you want to fall asleep after you've woken up, after you've been asleep? And it's the same process with both of them, which is that you are relaxing your body physically. And again, the more you practice this, the better you get at it. Imagine yourself sinking into the bed. Imagine all the muscles just relaxing and letting go of any tension physically, breathing more fully. And then mentally allowing your mind to either quiet down or focus it on things that are relaxing to you, remembering a relaxing vacation moment. You know, doesn't have to be the whole vacation, but just a moment you're on the beach and you can feel the sun on your skin and you're really relaxed and calm. And so as you practice relaxing mentally and physically, you're going to find that sleep is kind of the next natural progression. You know, one other way to work and develop all this is using hypnosis sessions. Hypnosis is very good for bringing yourself right to the edge of sleep and then letting yourself fall on it. And so if you want to listen to those, I have those on my YouTube channel. I have a bunch of sleep hypnosis sessions. Again, how effective hypnosis sessions are when you're sleeping, the science says it's not very effective. However, listening to those sessions in order to relax and bring yourself to the edge of sleep, and then hearing those suggestions as you drift off to sleep, I think that is valuable. But it can help you in both of those ways. But so we'll kind of wrap it up with this, that now's a chance for you, right? Because this week here, we kind of lost that hour of sleeping. And really, it's only an hour, it sounds like, but it really can kind of throw things off a little bit with some of the kind of circadian rhythms we have, our kind of sleep clocks. It can throw that off a bit. And so give yourself a week here to really focus on getting more sleep and getting higher quality sleep, being able to relax, let go, and work on getting better at it. Because the better you get at sleeping, the easier your entire weight loss process becomes.